Hey, what's up everybody? JayborinoPlays here. My channel's actually hit some pretty big milestones over the past couple months, so I've been wanting to make a milestone video for quite some time. We hit 1,000 subscribers, we hit 2,000 subscribers, and we're approaching 3,000 with over 1 million views, which is just absolutely incredible. I understand in the grand scheme of YouTube, some of these bigger channels, that's really not a lot, but for me, that's a lot. I mean, when I hit 10 subscribers, it was a lot. When I hit 100 subscribers, it was a lot. Every new comment, like, subscription is incredible for me, because I've never really gone out of my way to tell people, hey, please like, please comment, please subscribe, because that's not really what I'm after. I enjoy doing this because it's fun to me. Something about the consistency of the videos, and then also the completeness of finishing a series. When I was younger, I always had a list of games that I had, that I owned, you know, whether it was for Nintendo or for PC or what have you, and I would list them out, and then I would have 2 columns, and then when I completed a game, and it had to be 100%, I would move it into the completed column. And something about that completion, of being able to move it like that to the completed column, is very satisfying for me. Obviously, it's always satisfying to complete a game, but I was always a completionist. And something about doing it on YouTube, something about recording myself and putting it on YouTube, really adds to that completion feel. And that's why I started. If you look back, you know, I did all the Donkey Kongs 100%. Donkey Kong Country was one of the first games I ever played on Super Nintendo, and I finished it 100%. So it holds a special place in my heart, and it's also why I put it on YouTube. Now Donkey Kong is really done for me. It's been completed, finally, fully. That's not saying I won't ever play it again, but it's done. Which is, I don't know, that's why I started doing this in the first place. And as I slowly grew, it was because people were actually interested in what I was doing. It wasn't because I was just blindly throwing out advertisements to get myself noticed. So I truly am grateful for the people that are here, because I know that they're here because they actually enjoy what I'm doing. They're not here because of some random click that I kind of tricked them into clicking, which I think a lot of people do. A lot of online content, they try to appeal to and reach out to as many people as possible just to get them to click, and I've never really been about that. I'm not interested in growing the channel exponentially. I'm not interested in making money. That being said, if I ever hit a huge amount of subscribers, I'm not saying I won't monetize, because, I mean, hey, it's just some extra money per month that I might as well grab. But, you know, I'm not really out to do that. That's not my goal. I'm not out to get a bunch more subscribers. Really what I'm out to do is just make content for the people that are already here and see what they will enjoy. So that's why I started doing Warcraft 3 custom stuff, StarCraft 1 stuff, because I thought that that's what you people, and myself would really just enjoy. I like playing this stuff, and I know that it's, you know, related to what people that are here already would like to see, which is why I'm doing it. So it's just really cool. There's a few of you out there. I haven't made a list because I was afraid I might forget someone, but you know who you are if you've been engaged in my channel for quite some time. Believe me, I know who you are. You know, I recognize your username. You know, if you leave frequent comments, and you know, you have really made this happen. You kept me going. You kept me wanting to make videos, and it's just truly incredible how my channel has grown from nothing. Because Mass Recall was kind of a big gateway. I had Telenol, who just happened to stumble upon my videos. What he ended up doing was he linked my videos on the download page of Mass Recall, and that was a big gateway. It drew in a lot of people, and that was my, you know, my first big break, if you will. And then the second was Whispers of Oblivion, and that's just sort of been how my channel has grown over time. I think Subjection was also a big one, and I'm just grateful that people who came here, a lot of you are still here. A lot of you are still following some of the content that I do, even though it's not the same. You know, it's not Mass Recall anymore, and you still stayed, and you want to see the other stuff that I do, and it's amazing. I can't stress enough. I mean, like I said before, getting my first like was a great feeling, but getting a like now it's still the same feeling. It's incredible. Just because there's more of them does not make me any less grateful for what's happening. So I'm just so happy with how this has gone and how this has grown, because I also know that the growth has been very organic. I'm happy with how the growth of the channel has been, because again, I'm not like throwing out my videos on big subreddits or trying to advertise them on random forums. I'm putting them where I think people would actually care to watch them. So again, I have comparatively to a lot of channels, I have pretty high retention rates. I have pretty high subscriber engagement because, again, I'm really just trying to make videos that I think the people that are already here would like, and I would like to continue doing that. So if you have suggestions for me in the future, please let me know. You know, if you think there's other games that you think I would enjoy, let me know. People have talked about, you know, Dawn of War, Homeland. These are all things that I have on my list, and you also have to realize I have a full-time job. I don't YouTube full-time. Of course, I don't run ads, so I couldn't YouTube full-time, and I don't have enough views to YouTube full-time, nor do I really ever intend to YouTube full-time if I had the opportunity to. So I can't do everything all at once, but you can believe that sometime in the future, whether it's a year from now, or 2 years from now, or 6 months from now, you know, however long, when the schedule starts opening up and I'm running out of StarCraft 2 custom content or what have you, I do want to play a lot of these things that people have suggested, you know, Command & Conquer. These kind of things I do want to play. So, again, please feel free to leave suggestions. Please feel free to tell me about things that you don't like. And this sort of branches into my next topic, because I've ranted about this, you know, at different places miscellaneously, so I kind of want to have a centralized talk about it now, which is negativity. And I've said this a lot before, is that I am hugely grateful that a lot of my viewers are just excited about a lot of the campaigns that I play. Like, you don't have to be excited about me, but you're excited or happy to see the content that I am showcasing, and it gets people out there to download those campaigns, and overall just makes the scene bigger, which is another one of my big goals. Is I want people to find these campaigns, see what they are, and then go and actually download and play them. Maybe someone out there would become a map maker. They're inspired and they want to make their own maps. And you know, there's actually a few viewers who have left comments saying, you know, I'm really interested in making maps. And the fact that they're on my channel and they bring that up to me is huge. That means that they've actually, you know, even if it's a tiny amount, I am the tiniest amount of inspiration for them, and it's increasing the scene that I love to play. So it's just incredible to me. So anyway, so yeah, negativity. I don't want to give the wrong impression ever, because I've gone on rants about it in the past about, you know, oh, don't be negative, don't be negative. And it's true, you shouldn't be negative, but it's also important to point out that you can be negative and constructive without being a dick. When it comes to tone online, you know, if you type something out, for me sometimes if someone's typing something in English and English isn't their first language, I may misinterpret it as them being negative when that wasn't their intent at all. So that's one aspect of it that I think I've gotten better at realizing. You know, some people aren't trying to be mean, but it may come across mean in the tone, but that's because it's different for them. So that's important for a lot of people to learn. And I think that it's an important skill that a lot of people could learn outside of YouTube too, is just understanding what people mean, not what they say, which is an important tenet that I hope people would realize about myself, because a lot of the times when I commentate, I'll say something completely wrong. Like, I would click on the barracks and say that it's a farm, for example. That's something that I would do very, very frequently, something stupid like that. And again, it's really like, know what I mean, not what I say, because I can be an idiot sometimes. So it's an important skill to be able to know what other people mean, not what they say. But, you know, when someone comes on and they just say, wow, I hate your voice, there's really not much interpretation there. They're just being a dick. Some of these people are trolls, and some of them are genuinely so unhappy that they feel like they have to leave a comment. And that's what I think is it's a phenomena. It's phenomena when it comes to people who they think like, oh, well, I just want to help them improve by telling them that their voice is bad. I mean, like, that's not going to help anyone improve. Like, they know what they're doing. It's really about people wanting to feel right. A lot of these people, they have shitty lives, they have shitty jobs, they're doing bad in school, what have you. So they come online, they don't realize that me, the person talking, or whomever they're watching, is a real person. I'm a real guy. I'm just like you. I go to work. I went to school. You know, I have a family. I pay my bills. I'm a normal person, and when I'm not recording, I am doing real-life things, believe it or not. So a lot of people out there can't associate those two things. They can't realize that a disembodied voice on the internet is a real person. So when they leave a comment, it's not something they would ever think to say online. It's kind of the anonymity phenomenon. And also the fact that I'm dehumanized because they can't see me, they don't know what I do in real life, these kind of things. So, you know, they're more inclined to be really negative. You know, you get comments that basically say like, oh man, your commentary sucks, I don't like your voice, you talk too much. These are the kind of things that that's just sort of my style. And if someone doesn't like it, I would recommend they just go and watch someone else. They could do, there's so many other channels they could go watch that aren't commentated, or maybe it's a pro player playing. There's pro players. Whispers of Oblivion was a great example. I had people, so many comments of people telling me how bad I was. There's just so many elitists in when it comes to StarCraft that they can't stand watching someone bad play. And that's fine, that's their personal thing, but they don't, I mean, the fact that they have to go out of their way to tell me that I'm bad, and they have to be the ones to say it. It's so important to them that I know that I'm not a good player that they have to say it, or it's so important to them that I know that they don't like my commentary, as opposed to just going and watching something else that's not commentated, or a pro player playing. There's plenty of pro players who have played Whispers of Oblivion. So, I don't know, it's really interesting, that kind of stuff, and you just can't take it personally. I mean, I don't take it personally. You may even see there's times I leave comments telling people, look, if you didn't like it, just go watch something else. It's really that simple. That's pretty much the only response I'm going to give people who are being dicks about it. Otherwise, I would just delete their comment if it's particularly nasty or obscene. So, and overall, when it comes to positivity and negativity, what have you, comments, most people, 99% of anybody who leaves comments is awesome. You're all great. So I don't even know why. I guess I just wanted to take the time to talk about it so nobody had the wrong impression. I don't want someone to be afraid to comment unless you plan on being just a big dick for no reason, right? So if you think that my play is bad, rather than saying, this guy's bad, you could say, wow, you should have warped in instead of pulling your whole army back. And then for me, honestly, I've gotten comments like that, and then I'll think about that next time I play, and I may actually improve. So that's, there's just a few different ways to leave critique, and you can be objective and also not be completely socially inept about it. So I'm kind of getting off topic here. So I'm not like trying to scold people. I guess again, I want to clarify, because there's been times I've rambled about this, and I didn't want people to have the wrong impression that I'm constantly out to delete comments or what have you if it's not just praising me. So overall, I'm just I'm 99% just thrilled when people want to leave comments, because people leave comments because they genuinely like something. And again, the fact that I'm not out to get people to leave comments, I'm not out to meet a quota of comments every month. Just the fact that people leave a comment anywhere it's incredible, and you're all great. So many of you seem like such nice people. I don't know much about any of you, and just like you don't know much about me, but you might be 13, you might be 45, because I mean, according to my analytics, I do have some older viewers. You might be living halfway across the world, and a lot of people, by leaving comments and just sounding genuinely nice people, like that's all I need to know about you, is that you sound like a really great, kind person. It's so nice that strangers would take the time to give me compliments, so I wanted to do the same. I wanted to also compliment them, to say, I'm appreciative, and I don't have the list, I don't have names, but you know who you are. If you've been here for a long time and you leave comments, you know who you are, so thank you. You're great. And I guess the next thing I wanted to talk about is really growing the scene and what it takes to grow the scene, because StarCraft 2, the scene is getting smaller over time. It's and I think this kind of ties into the negativity. There's so many elitists out there who are just waiting to jump on somebody who's making new content and tell them why it's bad. Tell them why their commentary isn't good. And what it does is it really discourages people from getting into the scene. Day9 doesn't really do StarCraft anymore. Husky doesn't really do StarCraft anymore. These people have been gone for a long time, and a lot of people are constantly looking back to the glory days of StarCraft entertainment, and they're not there anymore. Those casual-friendly casters, I mean, there are plenty of casual-friendly casters for ESL and things like that, but I'm talking about, like, daily StarCraft content on YouTube. That's not really there anymore. And people constantly look back, and if someone isn't just like Husky StarCraft, well, we don't like them. We have to explain why they're not good. And really, the key is you have to work towards organic growth. If you don't have anything nice to say, and I hate to be preachy, and I guess I'm not talking to my viewers, because I've emphasized how much I like my viewers, but I would talk to the people who otherwise are out, looking for new casters. If you have nothing nice to say, you probably should just stop watching. If you don't like it and you know that they're not going to make it, and you don't think that they're going to do very well, just don't leave a comment. Just leave. You can dislike the video, fine, but just leave. Don't ruin that person's day. All right? They didn't ruin your day just because you clicked on their video. So don't take the time to ruin their day by leaving a mean comment. Because honestly, and the same goes for map makers. There's plenty of map makers out there who they make their first map and it's not good. All right? And I will play it and I will tell them, you know, here's what you could improve on, but please make another map, or please, you know, you should keep trying. There's no point in telling someone, oh, this is what's wrong with your stuff. You need, you know, again, it really has to do with understanding the nuance of what makes these communities grow and what these content creators are going for. I mean, I can use myself for an example. If I would have made a couple videos and I got 6 comments on all of them just said, I don't like you for whatever reason, I probably would have just stopped. And that's just sort of, that's just being social. Like, that's just a common human emotional response. I would have been bummed out and I would have just stopped making videos. And that's, I mean, that's fine. By the way, if it isn't clear, I'm not completing this mission. I'm just using this as a backdrop for my video. But it's you know, if we want to grow the community, we have to spread excitement and attention, even if the maps might not be perfect. If they're still fun to play, you know, there's nothing wrong with spreading them around. Just because you may not like a specific type of campaign, someone else will. So, you know, for example, I guess, like, I could go through the whole list of custom campaigns I've played, but a lot of map makers, you'll notice, are very strong in one aspect or another and not strong in something else. And I don't want to do anything, you know, I don't want to say anything specific, but I think a lot of people will understand what I'm talking about. Someone might not be strong with a story aspect, but they might be really strong with visuals, or vice versa. And of course, there's people that are good at everything, but the key is we want to encourage these people to keep making maps. We don't want to discourage people, because our goal here, even the people that leave shitty comments, you have to realize they still want to watch something. So the goal is to really encourage more content creation. That's what we should be doing. We should be getting people more interested in making more types of content, because otherwise we're not going to have anything. If you just discourage people from doing anything, we're not going to have anything. So, you know, if you know, leaving backhanded comments doesn't help. So it's either just say something positive and then also what you think could help them improve, or just don't say anything. I mean, there's nothing wrong with just saying literally nothing. That's just my opinion. And again, I'm not trying to be preachy, and really, and I can't emphasize again, this really isn't for a lot of my viewers, because you're all great. That's why I'm just so grateful. I look at a lot of these other channels that are just trying to start out there like, I casted a StarCraft multiplayer map. And there's just a bunch of shit talk on their videos, and it gets downvoted to hell on Reddit or the subreddit or what have you. And then they just stop. They just don't bother. And that's the problem, is even if something is not perfect and not great, you can't expect it to be early on. So you should encourage them to keep trying, because otherwise we're never going to have any content. So maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm totally off here, but there's a lot of people out there that are just like, I am a rational, perfect, idealized, rational being, so, you know, I'm just being objective. You don't need to have your feelings hurt. But that's really ignoring, in my opinion, that's really ignoring a lot of the social nuances that are required. So, I mean, there's no point in preaching to YouTube comments. You're always going to have pieces of shit. But if you really want the scene to grow, you know, if you really, really are out to get more content, just leaving one positive comment could make someone's day. Believe me, I was there. I had 10 subscribers. My first commenter, who wasn't one of my friends, was like, hey, your videos are pretty cool. That was like, oh my god, I have to make more videos. Someone actually cares. That's the same with map makers, and that's the same with other commentators. So we can, I mean, it's really up to the viewers to help push for more content. So I guess that's my view on growing the scene, and I think that Legacy of the Void is going to really bring in new people, so it's going to create a better opportunity, kind of a fresh start. And if we blow it, then we're pretty much going to be where we are forever. RTS is pretty much stuck where it is.
Of course.
I guess the more macro-intensive RTS, which is StarCraft and Warcraft, this is it. There are no other games like this. Someone is probably going to correct me there, which is fine, but I think StarCraft and Warcraft, the macro portion of these, a lot of RTSs are phasing this out. So if we don't do something to really re-incentivize people to make content, we're not going to see it anymore. So that's why I do what I do, and that's why even though I play some campaigns that aren't perfect, I'm still excited to play them, and I want to get other people excited to play them, because then that map maker might either improve their maps or make something totally new that's even better. And honestly, most campaigns that I play get better as they go on. You can tell. You can definitely tell a lot of campaigns that are completed. You know, they start out, and they might not necessarily be bad, but, you know, you can tell in the next map they improve on something, and then the improvements just slowly happen, and they, you know, it's cool. It's cool to see that. I mean, I would say it even happened with my channel. If you watch my Mass Recall videos, you know, I was very tentative, I was very quiet, I was afraid, you know, I would embarrass myself, and now I'm less so, because I've gotten a lot of positive reinforcement. So this isn't about coddling. You shouldn't coddle people, but at the same time, if you have to just think about why, you know, you have something to say. Do you want to just be like, ah, you're bad, and it's my duty to tell you that you're not good? You know, if that's the case, you're probably just saying something because you feel like you need to be right, not because you actually care about growing the StarCraft scene. So I guess that's just sort of my my opinion on that. Oh, that's right. He can't use Holy Light on himself. I can't believe I'm even bothering playing this mission. But yeah, I mean, I guess I spent the majority of this video being preachy, but it was more just speaking my mind, and just so I guess viewers understand that the page that I'm on with, you know, my style and the way that, you know, I really want to make the excitement infectious for a lot of these for a lot of this content that is in short supply. I want more of it, and everybody should want some more of it. So stop splitting, you dick. Everybody should want more of it. So I mean, the key is like just be excited about it. I mean, post on Reddit, post on StarCraft related forums, go to SC2 Mapster. You know, try making a map if it's something you really want to do, and that really is what we could use. That's what we could do. So this was a milestone video, and me thanking my viewers. Even if you're new, thank you for stopping by, and also a call to arms in that we can revitalize this community. There's been rants about negativity in the past from all sorts of other people, and you always get those few people that are like, but you have to be objective, you gotta tell them if they're bad. You don't. You really don't have to do that. You really do not have to do that. You are hurting more than helping by doing that, and I'm not saying this because, oh, you know, we need to coddle and only be nice, you know, self-esteem, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying that from like a touchy-feely perspective. I'm just being realistic with how we can get more content, right? So, again, don't take anything I said personally, because I can't emphasize enough. My commenters are great. If my commenters were the commenters that we saw in general in the StarCraft scene, I think we could have huge growth. So, I guess that's the bottom line. So, Legacy of the Void coming up. Just to be a little more specific, if you've lasted this whole video, congratulations, because I can talk for years, legitimate years on this kind of shit. So, congratulations for making it this far. The Legacy of the Void scene, I think it can get bigger. So, just to clarify what I'm doing, I took the day off of work before and after. I am staying up. Actually, I'm probably going to take a nap. I'm going to wake up right when it's downloaded. It's going to be 3 in the morning for me because it's Eastern Standard Time. I'm pretty sure it'll be 3 a.m. I am recording it right away, and I will be uploading as I play them. I'm going to play on hard, not brutal, because it's going to be in the middle of the night. I really don't feel like save loading a lot. I will do a brutal series in the future, but my goal is I just want to get the game out. People who aren't buying the game but want to see it, I want them to be able to see the game. So I am doing it as soon as possible. I considered streaming it, but I haven't really streamed it all in the past, and I don't really have a streaming following, so I would much rather put the videos out, because the videos can get very popular if I can get them out very, very quick. Basically what happened with Whispers of Oblivion. If I can get them out as fast as I did for that, then I really could get a big spike in viewers. So it's funny now I'm talking about, oh, let's get more viewers, but really, again, it's about gaining excitement about custom campaigns. I would consider a Legacy of the Void series a gateway to get more people to see Warcraft 3 custom campaigns, StarCraft 2 custom campaigns, even back to StarCraft 1 stuff, just to get people involved again. People who maybe used to watch this stuff and be involved in this stuff and then stopped, maybe now that they see that the scene is there, they might return. So that's what we're going for. So thank you again, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of my channel. I enjoy it, and I will continue to enjoy it. So I hope you do too. See you next time. Bye.